Hi, third graders, it's Miss Puzio, and today's lesson for our student-facing video, we're in Module 9, Lesson 11, and our focus question is how does food get to your table? So the focus of today's lesson is just to introduce you to some critical vocabulary and play a nice, fun, interactive vocabulary game with you and make it a little bit more fun while we're going over our vocabulary. So let's check out these words and hopefully they help us understand the passage a little bit more. So today's lesson objective is to answer questions and discuss meanings to develop vocabulary. And we're going to do that through our critical vocabulary and we're going to do that interactively. So let's take a look at the words overall. I have them laid out for you here. I'm going to read them out loud first, and then we're going to go to our interactive vocabulary practice. So we have layout, arbor, transplanted, mulch, blooming, and kernels. So again, one more time, we have layout, arbor, transplanted, mulch, blooming, and kernels. So let's check out our interactive practice first. So here is the interactive vocabulary for It's Our Garden, from seeds to harvest in a school garden. So what does each word mean? Let's flip each card to find out each word's meaning. So first we have layout. If we look in this picture, what do you notice and wonder? If you look at the picture, I see a view from up top and it looks like we're viewing the sky view of a classroom. And I see the desks, I see the chalkboard, I see the floor, but from the top. So let's see what a layout is. A layout is a drawing or plan that shows where things are or will be. So it's a plan, okay? It's a drawing or a plan that shows where they will be or where they are. Layout. The next word is arbor. Take a look at the picture. Think about what you see, think and wonder before we flip for the definition. Arbor. An arbor is a shady passageway made of vines or branches. So shady means there's shade, right, or shadows. Passageway, something you walk through or something that you can walk through, and it's made of vines or branches. We can see here there's a lot of shade. We can walk through it and we see the vines and the branches. Okay, here we have the word transplanted. When I think of the prefix trans, I think of transportation, right? Moving things. And planted, I think of, planting plants, putting them in the ground. So maybe it means moving plants or moving something. So let's see what it means. And if you look at the picture, it kind of looks like what they're doing. If you transplanted something, you took it from the place it was growing and planted it in a new place. So sometimes people, even who have surgery, they have transplants, right? When people have life-saving surgeries or new things that save their lives, right? That's considered a transplant. It's a good thing. And you could do that with plants too. So if you transplanted something, you took it from the place it was growing and planted it in a new place. So it's a good thing. And then we have mulch. So some of us might know what it is. You ever see that brown stuff? Sometimes we see it outside. I've seen it already outside my school. If you put mulch in your garden, you put straw or wood chips around your plants to help protect them. So you definitely might have seen them in or around your neighborhood, and on the floor or around the garden, and helps protect the plants. So that's mulch. And if you know anyone that gardens or takes care of a garden, you can ask them about it. Then we have the word blooming. This looks like a beautiful cherry blossom tree. We might see some in the neighborhoods during the spring. When trees or plants are blooming, their flowers are out and open. So blooming means to be out and open. So would something be blooming in the winter? Probably not, right? And finally, we have kernels. Popcorn, I could smell it now. So which ones do you think the kernels are? Those little round guys over there, or the ones that are puffed up? Kernels are the grains or seeds of plants such as corn or wheat. So if you have ever microwaved popcorn and the popcorn that doesn't pop, that's the things that stay the kernels. Not, they don't always pop, right? Pretty interesting. Okay, so let's practice what you know about each word. Match each word to the sentence that best describes it. So while I'm doing this, you can feel free to pause, okay, and see if you get it right. Okay, so I'll read the definition and then you try to match the word. We planned a different spot for each type of plant. Layout, arbor, transplanted, mulch, blooming, or kernels. Planning a different spot. Which word means to plan a different spot? Planning a different spot. Pause and think about it. If you chose layout, you are correct. We took the smaller tree and moved it to a sunnier place in the yard. So remember, which word means to move something? Pause. If you chose transplanted, you're correct. The walkway was covered with beautiful branches and leaves. So which word means something you can walk through that's a little bit shady and it's covered with vines or branches and leaves? Pause. If you chose arbor, you're correct. Next, the flower's petals are opening and showing their bright colors. Pause and let's see if you get it right. And don't forget, you can always go back in the video and review the words or the slides. If you chose blooming, the extra dirt and straw in the garden will protect the plants. So which one protects plants here, mulch or kernels? If you chose mulch, you are correct. And then finally, when we finished the popcorn, only the seeds were left at the bottom of the bowl. We know that is kernels, or our kernels. We matched each word correctly. So on our own, we want to try and put each word in a sentence. You can definitely do that in your slides. If we go back to our work over here. So we have layout, arbor, transplanted, mulch, and blooming. You guys did a really great job. And then don't forget in your check for understanding to work on these and really show your teacher that you understand the words and answer these questions. Make sure that you go back to the video and go back to the slide so that you understand the words and go back to it as many times as you need to really support you in answering these questions. So that way you really know that you truly understand what the words mean if you can answer these questions about the words. So good job and good luck on your assignments.